YOLO, welcome back. So today is kind of similar to the first one I did of Mud Hut to Chisel Home, but I'm focused more on how you would progress through the game. And what I mean by that is usually when we try to get tools, we focus on like the hammer first, then the pickaxe, and then I would focus on the saw blade and then a chisel. And I've chosen one shape, which as you can see from behind me, to work from and to add on. So you're in 1.20 and you got the round earth and you made yourself a hut. You managed to get thatch. What I would suggest is not to destroy this and build another home. I would add onto it. And what I mean by that is clearly just add another layer on the outside with all the textural varieties you can get of the rammed earth. Lower the roof so you can save on a bit of thatch, and use hay because it's cheaper. And as you can see, I have used all the varieties of the rammed earth. And now this is now double layered. It's still the same size as the previous one, but it's prepared for you to chisel it in the long run. Now, this is clearly not going to last forever. You're going to run out of space quick. So what we can do is add on a room. Now, I chosen cobblestone because you can do that in the Stone Age, and found cobblestone you can do. Cobblestone is not a necessity, it's just a nice little touch. If you find like a ruin and you can manually, it takes a little bit of time, but you can manually by hand take the blocks from there, unless they've changed that. But no, unless they changed that. And again, I've kept it kind of a short because thatch in survival is a pain to get. And hay on top because it matches quite nicely. And then we got a secondary room. Okay, and then this is still Stone Age. And then once you get a hammer, I would, no, wait a minute, this is still Stone Age. My apologies. I thought I was moving on to the hammer. No, I would add on another layer. Now these are the quarter logs you can get in Stone Age, and I use wattle gate. And I still use thatch, and I've used all the logs. And nothing has really changed. I've just added a little bit of space and added a room on top. So the top is just the addition of that. Now I will give you a little, so I still use rammed earth and logs. Oak and walnut I've used primarily on this, and I've made obviously the entranceway. Okay. Sorry, I got a bit quiet. Yeah, what I would do here on this room, I would use hay, so I would make it a cellar. And then once you get the hammer tool, pardon me, then you can start debarking stuff if you wanted to go that route. I've just changed it up, and once you get the saw blade, you can do the wooden roof. Now I've done oak and walnut wooden roof just to give it a bit of accent, and I've also got some wooden planks. I've used quartz glass, which you don't need a bloomery to make. You just need to find the quartz glass pieces and sticks, unless they change the recipe. Yeah, so they didn't have, strangely enough, they didn't have like a roof that could be just flat for these. It's a little bit of a shame, but you're never going to really see this much in survival unless you actually make it useful. Sorry, I am moving really fast. Okay. Nothing has changed. Once you get a saw blade, I would focus on getting a saw blade as soon as you finished with the getting a pickaxe and a hammer, because a lot of blocks open up, the roofs open up to you, the planks, and you need chests for them, and then you can do wooden paths, and there's lots of other things you can use for it as well. That hasn't changed. Yeah, so just changed it to debarked and quartz glass. And then once you get a chisel, you can really beef it up with beams. I'm not sure if you need a chisel for beams. You don't need a chisel for beams. You probably could add that in a previous one. And yeah, I've not done anything but added these beams and chiseled the top floor and chiseled around here to add some little bit of detail. I made it look a little bit damaged on the front part. Now, if you really wanted to go further on the damage, you could probably make the back bit a different colour so you can actually really see the scar of it. Yeah. Okay. And then for the chiseling, I focus on making these planks look more three-dimensional. Now these ones is an added layer on top of the block over here, if I just see. There we go. And I haven't changed the roof much, but other than just add this nice little top here. And I've added clear glass and leaded glass panes. And I've chiseled and used oak beams. This is just rammed earth that I chiseled and then put the rammed beams, and it's on the outer blocks, so this space can be used primarily. And I chiseled a little log stool from this block as well, just to make use of that space. And I've used some trapdoors, all walnut, and bookcases. Now I really like the touch of the bookcases for this. It was oak, or was it oak? Walnut, sorry. Oak walnut beams here, but it didn't look right to me. So I changed it up, played around with it, and I settled on the bookcases. And I think it looks really cool. But that's just me. And I've added just blueberry bushes and just some touches here and there. Yeah, so I chiseled these bits in because they were just, you know, not looking great. So I made them. I'm out of words today. I feel like I've just used my words of the day. So I do apologise. Yeah, let's take a look on either side. See, this is just an example of what you can fit in here. Now you can make these decorative chests. There are crates underneath, but you can also put chests under there, not. And yeah. You can fit quite a lot more in here if you really wanted to. And as you can see, this is a sufficient amount of space for a decent cellar. Especially like in early to mid game, because you're not going to use all this. And if you do use all this, I'll be impressed. Because the amount of farming you have to do to fill up all this. So yeah. So I've just used stairs, cobblestone stairs for this. and I chiseled the roof slash flooring with cobblestone and the planks upstairs, and I'll show you. Yeah, just slightly changed. Now, last time I didn't actually focus on the interiors, but I thought I might as well do at least the end game type of home, so you can actually see what it can become. Or at least, you know, my interpretation of what I would do with it. Now, this is just to give you some ideas. I know I haven't made the walls three-dimensional on the inside because, honestly, I think that would kill me. I'm done with the chiseling on the walls. If you know my Bronze Age build of the Must Farm, that killed me, that did, for the walls. Yeah. Just spy on the empty, vast space of a creative world. And there we have it. Let me know if there's anything you want me to try out and do for a video. And as always, thanks for watching. And catch you later.